When looking for a pickup truck, no doubt that your top priority should be the capabilities of that truck. However, there's another very important thing. It is the fact that you should be able to use your pickup truck going to a party without looking like someone who's about to go to work. Well, Mazda has got you covered for that. This one right here is the Mazda BT-50 4x2, one of the best looking pickup trucks in its class. Today I'm going to show you around this car and I'm also going to give it a test drive, so stay tuned. I'll let you in a little bit of a secret. The previous Mazda BT-50 was very similar to the Ford Ranger. However, the all-new Mazda BT-50 is quite similar and co-developed with Isuzu and their D-Max. Now, while the Isuzu D-Max does look pretty good as it is, the BT-50 is undeniably a lot more Mazda and a lot better looking. With the signature creases and lines on the hood of Mazda, plus the Kodo-inspired black grille, this is definitely a stunner, especially for a pickup truck. LED headlights and fog lights plus a cornering lamp down below gives this a more refined look. And on the side of the car, you do get these really nice looking 17-inch rims. They actually do look a little bit better than the 4x4 model's 18-inch rims. However, they could use a little bit more size because the wheel wells are pretty big and your weighting depth on this car is 800 millimeters. Lines wise, not much except for this one line just above the door handles, and you don't even get a roof rail up top, but Mazda did give you a step board as standard. And then towards the back, really big taillights on this one, a reverse camera plus parking sensors plus just one BT-50 badge. Open up the tailgate and it is quite heavy. It is not assisted at all, but at least you do get a bed liner and you have 1,120 liters of space and a payload capacity of over 1,000 kilograms. Now inside the interior of the BT-50, you check the door, and it sounds all right. I wish the interior was as plush and refined looking as the outside, but unfortunately, if you want something like that, you do have to step up to the 4x4 models. However, Mazda did give you some stuff that are pretty good. So here on the dashboard, some parts of it, the touch points, they are soft touch materials, and even here on the center of this center console. But your steering wheel, it is only urethane, and your instrument cluster is rather basic with a tiny screen in the middle. So in the middle of everything is a 7-inch touchscreen, and while it isn't exactly the clearest nor the easiest to use, the good thing is that you do get wireless Apple CarPlay but wired Android Auto, so it's fine, you can just use those. And it also comes with a reverse camera. However, the lines do not swivel and they don't exactly match the sides of the car, so just be careful when you use it, but it does still help though. You get 2 glove boxes on this one. It's a split glove box, and then your seats wrapped in cloth, rather comfortable actually. 6-way manually adjustable for the driver's side and 4-way manually adjustable for the passenger side. 2 cup holders in the middle, standard shifter, single zone, not even climate control, it's just your usual aircon, hill descent control, and the park switch, and that's pretty much it here inside the BT-50. Now here at the back, we check the door. Sounds better than the front, generally okay. Now back here, it is a pickup truck after all, so there is really not much toys. However, some things I do appreciate is the really huge grab handle, perfect for ingress and egress, your own map pockets on each side, a 4-kilogram maximum weight parcel hook, you have a USB port, and 2 air vents here at the back. The seats, they are okay in terms of comfort, and even thigh support is pretty good. In terms of recline, it is also about okay. One more other toy back here is that you can lift up this seat and you have underfloor storage as well. Now if you want to sit 3 people in this car, you can actually easily do it because the center seat is rather wide and your headroom is perfect. For the car's features, well, you do get 2 airbags in this one and 6 speakers. Step up to 4x4 trim, not only will you get your power seats, leather seats, adaptive cruise control, push start, but you'll also get 8 speakers and also your advanced driver assistance systems. So now we get to drive the 2022 Mazda BT-50 4x2. First off, this car is incredibly bouncy, but I can't really fault the car for that because it is a pickup truck, and that's pretty much what you expect from pickup trucks. It's not as bad as some of its competitors, but it still is there, but that can easily be remedied just by putting a lot of items at the bed, or if you're carrying like 4 or 5 people in this car, then the ride becomes more supple. Not very supple, but rather supple. The Mazda BT-50 is powered by a 3-liter turbocharged diesel engine making 190 horsepower and 450 Newton meters of torque, made it to a 6-speed automatic transmission, which really pulls well. That torque really comes pretty low in the RPM range, around 1,600 to 1,800 RPM, I believe, and it simply is power on demand at any time. The transmission also does an incredible job of picking the right gears for you, so you pretty much have power anytime you want it. Now, when I drove the twin of this car, the D-Max 4x4, I commented just how heavy the steering feels and how big turning radius is, but this one, mechanical twin, but a 4x2 does not suffer from the same problem. So the power steering in this car, it's not lightest, but it's definitely not heavy, and your turning radius is actually pretty decent. One thing to watch out for though is just the sheer length of this car, which is quite long, so it could be a little bit hard to maneuver this, especially parking this, and also especially because the reverse camera, while it is clear, the guiding lines are not exactly fit for the width of the car, so that's something to look out for. But not to worry, because aside from that camera, you do get your sensors, and you also get rather big wing mirrors in this one. Seats wise, the BT-50, it's about alright. These cloth seats really do help out when it is a really hot day outside, so you don't really fry your butt in this car. However, one thing that Mazda could improve on is the upper thigh support, or the frontal thigh support rather, because there is no adjustment for that. So when you do drive this, you kind of feel as if your front thighs are a bit lifted. But not to worry though, because the rest of the seat is actually pretty good, including its support, even its lumbar support, although not adjustable, and even the height function is pretty okay. If you really need more from it, then you can always upgrade to the 4x4 model and its power leather seats. Noise insulation wise, tire noise, road noise, and wind noise is sufficiently subdued even at higher highway speeds, and engine noise too. They did put in a lot of insulation for it, so although you do hear that diesel sound, it's not too intrusive, and it actually sounds pretty good because it is a rather large displacement diesel engine. Harshness, yes, as mentioned earlier, it is a bit bouncy, but it's not too harsh. It doesn't really jolt you so much, just a little bit, as again expected of pickup trucks. Fuel economy in the city returns around 8.1 kilometers per liter, pretty much par for the course, but when you do go up onto the highway, you can return 17 kilometers per liter. And finally, pricing wise, you can get this 4x2 automatic BT-50 for only 1.43 million pesos, undercutting much of the competition. If you do want extra safety features in the car, extra push button start and adaptive cruise control, you can always step up to the 4x4 models, but that will set you back over 1.7 million pesos. So what do I think of this car at its price? It is pretty good. It delivers enough performance, it delivers great aesthetics, and it simply is a more refined pickup truck, especially for its class. So if you are looking for a pickup truck in this class, then the Mazda BT-50 is the aesthetic, practical, and comfortable option.